Clive. But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
I know this is your hideaway, but, you really shouldn't be in here.
That leather loosener was only the first of the discoveries the Alembic gonna help us make.
We've had no word
Just
from
you
Canberra
wait,
for
Sid.
days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone-deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with a cache?
Paul said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to Mid and the others?
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. There's something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Lose a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Oh! There's no one like... Your lad's worth double that! And I've never looked back. You take care now.
He's a surly soaker.
The realm's crops are all being harvested early for fear they won't grow under this.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely.
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However,
I can't.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendages of the endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. That is correct. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary why, a notice
Our time?
Well, I shan't keep you any longer.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Speaking of which...
Worried about him.
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but... I saved this posh knob while I was... So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out... And... seeing it...
I'd speak to him again. Well,
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit.
All right. I'll meet...
She can't keep this up much longer. Glory to Griga.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. I've tried offering to see to him in her Clive. She hasn't left the infirmary. Will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything.
Thank you.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's until then, we owe him the...
Who is it?
Someone from my past. It won't be much longer. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But
How would tears help this man?
not my tears. Tears of mercy.
You wouldn't. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is... You do well to remember...
We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwa. I can make the draft if...
Just tell me what...
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forest. Bring me one of their eyes. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Bloody hell, Clive.
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you.
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said...
It was the ring. It brought back some unhappy...
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that...
Don't be like that.
Fine, if it'll get you off my back. That ring he flashed was... that we apprenticed together.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the ring brought it all back. Look, it's vastest improved, though. More than I...
So it was a nice ring. Well...
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is...
So what?
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you... As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. Because the curse breakers deserve... And I refuse!
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit?
I doubt he'd be too happy.
Then just this once, swallow your pride. And for keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't...
What'd you say, Blackthorn? And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name...
In Dravozd, my old village.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at... And I'll make sure Blackthorn...
Good luck with that. Good girl. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard. Time to fight.
Stay down!
Rodriguez could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
All yours, Torgal! Torgal, kill! All yours, Torgal! Torgal, kill! All yours, Torgal! Now, Torgal! Torgal, kill! Now, Torgal!
Hopefully one won't be enough. Rodriguez will have prepared the other ingredients by now. This is no time to ride.
The freeze? It is under sea.
Let's go. Thanks, Cal. Kicked down already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone...
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be I'm here to see Zoltan, you
All right, just...
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravaged. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of them. Clive, you're good with people.
Hey, you ain't...
There's a river of bad blood. But if someone can build me a bridge...
All right.
I appreciate it'll be near the forge on the hill. It was out...
Forge on the hill.
Good luck.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Good day. Certainly. Thank you. Certainly. Thank you. Farewell, Trevor. Traveller.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to...
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you. He's waiting.
Then I suggest...
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did? Fuck! These bearers' flames are next to bloody...
We're never going to be able to fire up the...
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you... That prick knows exactly where the... He's not wanted here.
All right.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
He's helping the chief with something very important.
Let me guess.
As a personal favor to him, yeah.
Well,
There'll be no talking him round.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, what turned the village?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. There are two kinds of smiths in this world. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece, and the other kind, who are people like Zoltan, who's the kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the... There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats, and bit by bit. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on.
you didn't have to do...
Zoltan's a better chief than I was. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out, at any rate. Without...
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of...
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, what I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive, Dravozd won't last long without its furnaces, so... Do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world, the way I see it?
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us, and you'd be throwing it away.
All right. This place was your home. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the crystals. Blessed Dravozd will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you, August?
All right, then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else. Luckily for us.
Time for a spot. Let's make this quick, shall we? No mistakes. Straight home now.
Finished.
I dare say that would be enough for a decent set of bellows.
What's this all about then?
Dunno. Some kind.
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
This should right then. So if everyone pulls their weight, we'll be...
Well, I'll be damned. You know what this means? I do, yeah.
Sorry about earlier. That thing you built us is... You saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After he left, I spent... That there was my answer. Our secret for yours. I've always envied Black since the day I became chief. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap. But is it any wonder I hate it?
The cinders would mean more coming.
I need to forgive him first.
Well, you know what they say. These things take time. Especially when... But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us?
See that you both do.
All right.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, well, the whole village turned out for a go on the bellows. Everyone except Zoltan.
Oh, but that reminds me.
Pick old Cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. You didn't...
Yeah. Every time you put on mail, there's no greater honor for a smith. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness. If that helps save even a single life. What was it you said he called me? Huh? Sounds like I better get to work.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about...
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now. Blackthorn's happy. Or is...
What do I owe the honor? What do you want? And?
He's a surly soaker.
Sid,
Here.
What an amazing specimen. When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, it is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other
I'm glad I could be...
You've not only helped. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. You must accept this phial as thanks for your assistance.
Do you have a name, doggy? I'd call you Torgal, but that one's already taken.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to Maid and the others?
thank goodness you're back. Taya looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but a single dose dulls even the most. It may be a gentle way to die. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light. Mid-here.
Good. Just relax.
Thank you, Taya. I'm...
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigue. And you, Clive?
I'll see that...
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triad, but in such blighted lands, I was next to useless.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Mart, a commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will.
I hope so.
Help you today, Clive? All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Clive, I wanted to give you something.
What's this?
A chest of all the medicine. Seeing as you're so reluctant to come to the
I'm sure it will be very helpful, Taya.
And work Rodrigue all the harder, you mean? I'll take that particular piece of advice. Besides, who else is...
Who indeed?
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.